Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Bihn Paragon Backpack, which is an all-new bag from the Bihn Design Lab. And this is a really minimal top-loading 20-liter backpack that reminds me a lot of the classically styled bags that I would use back when I was in high school, but with a little bit of a materials upgrade and some signature Bihn features. I've been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and in this video we're going to be talking about my experience using the bag and how it compares to some of the other Bihn bags that we've had on the channel. My name is Danny, and on this channel we do a lot of reviews and guides for popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Paragon Backpack. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. Much like the Shadow Guide 23 that we looked at recently from Bihn, this has a very minimal and clean appearance. It's super simple. It actually reminds me a lot of the classic backpacks that I used while I was in school from companies such as Jansport and Herschel. And as I used this a little bit more, it made me think somewhat of a GoRuck GR1 Slick. If you've seen the versions that they've released that don't have any MOLLE webbing on the front, it just gave me kind of a similar vibe. But regardless, I really love how well this is going to blend into a ton of different environments, whether you're walking around the city, taking this to campus, or using this in the outdoors. On the front, you just have one small logo down at the bottom. I like this blacked out Bihn Design Lab logo. This is another option that's coming out of their more experimental projects lab, so they make these in smaller batches to just kind of experiment, and I like how well this blends in with the black color that I have here. The bag is, however, offered in a ton of different color combinations. And then moving into the materials, on the exterior it has a rugged 525D ballistic nylon that feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage and also offer a nice amount of weather resistance. And then the bag also includes some nice YKK zippers all throughout. Now the YKK zippers here are a little bit more exposed than I would like to see. There's no sort of aqua guards or anything like that, but I do like that they have these flaps that come over both of the compartments to help add a little bit more protection. Continuing along the outside, you don't really have too much else going on. There's no external water bottle pockets or anything like that. You just have a very simple handle at the top. This is a nice kind of seatbelt-like strap. It's a little bit on the thinner side, but I like how much it comes up to make it easy to grab the bag and to also hang it up when you're not using it. And then moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 20 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. I was easily able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me, and I still had plenty of leftover space if I wanted to pack some gym clothes or a lunch. And then I like that even when the bag was a little bit more packed out, it maintained a really slim silhouette to make it very good for navigating crowded areas or jumping onto public transit. Continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been pretty comfortable to wear. The straps that are used here are Bhin's popular edgeless straps that have been really nice and padded. The padding is really soft and thick out of the box. One thing about these straps that I've never really liked is that they don't have any sort of meshy or breathable material on the inside to help prevent moisture from building up, but they do have a nice width to help prevent them from digging into your shoulders when the bag is a little bit more packed out. And then again, because of the edgeless design, it's really going to help prevent any sort of pinching. On top of that, the bag has an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. And then at the bottom, you also have an included waist strap. This is something that we've seen included with a lot of Bhin's other bags to just help add a little bit more stability when you're wearing the bag. I'm not really a big fan of this stylus strap, as you know, it doesn't really have much padding and it doesn't provide that much additional support. This is more for just kind of keeping the bag stable when you're riding your bike or something like that. But I like that it's fully removable if you don't want to use it, and it's nice that it's actually included with the bag if you're somebody who prefers to have this. Taking a look at the back paneling, this has also been pretty comfortable. There's some padding included here, but unfortunately there's no sort of breathability. You don't have any sort of mesh or elevation to create air channels to provide some ventilation while you're walking around. I was definitely hoping to see more of a design similar to the one that we've seen in their Shadow Guide bags that has, you know, some cutouts and some meshy material. So those have felt really great, and I noticed that my back would tend to get a little bit sweatier while wearing this throughout the day. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag keeps things really simple here. On the front, you just have one quick access pocket. And one of the things that I really like about Bhin's product pages is they always provide a lot of background information on why key decisions were made. So in the case of this front compartment here, for example, on prior bags, they've sometimes used a slanted zipper, But on the site, they mentioned that because of the use of modern tablets and other devices, they made it a horizontal zipper just to make it easier to get items in and out of the compartment. So if you haven't checked out Tom Bihn's product pages, I definitely recommend you take a look. I always feel like I end up learning something. And so jumping into the compartment, this has, again, a nice zipper with the flap that comes over to protect it from the elements. And this offers a decent amount of space. It's not super voluminous, but it still offers enough capacity to be useful for some of the items that you might want to grab a little quicker while you're running around. So the first thing that I have here is my iPad mini, which fits in there pretty comfortably. There's no sort of padding in this compartment, so you want to probably put it in with some sort of a case. And if you have a taller device that you'd want to be placing in here, it'd be a little bit more difficult to get it in horizontally, in my opinion. And then on the inside, I also tossed in a few other items. So here I have the smaller version of the Tom Bihn handy little thing pouch, which just has some of the smaller EDC items that I like to have with me. And then I also tossed in my BluePower portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then on the inside, there's not a whole lot of internal organization or anything like that, just a nice amount of space. I like that the compartment is pretty tall, so it goes down a nice amount. It might have been nice to have maybe at least one slip pocket to prevent smaller items from floating down all the way to the bottom, and that's why I really like to use pouches. And then you also have one O-ring on the inside, so this is where you get kind of that Tom Bihn touch, so you can customize this with a variety of the pouches that they actually sell separately. But I do like that they included one lanyard with the bag that's going to allow you to attach something like your keys or a multi-tool. And it's nice that this is actually fully removable if you don't want to use it, or again, if you want to pair it with a different accessory. And then taking a look at the main compartment, although this is a top-loading bag, I like that the compartment opens up wide enough that you can get a good idea of everything that's on the inside. And I was really impressed with just how much this bag was able to hold. The simple layout really provides ultimate flexibility for holding a lot of different sized objects very well. Even though the bag is only 20 liters, I was surprised that, I still had some leftover space at the top. You can see here that it's not overly packed out. I could toss in a jacket or a change of clothes. And then just jumping into the items that I currently have here. First up at the top, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. And then I also tossed in my Air Slim pouch, which I've been using a lot recently to hold some of my smaller tech accessories. And then I also tossed in my 20-ounce water bottle that didn't really fit anywhere on the outside since there's no external pocket. So it's a little bit unfortunate that I had to place that in the main compartment. And then down at the bottom, I have a full-size moleskin notebook. And then I tossed in my Orbit Key Nest, which, as I mentioned in another video, is a desk organizer that I've been testing out recently. This has been great for work from home or for work from an office. Again, I'll be doing an in-depth video for this soon, so keep an eye out for that. Down at the bottom, I also tossed in my DJI Mavic Mini with its case, and then I also threw in my Levitate portable standing desk, which fits in there very comfortably. Now the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So a very simple layout here, plenty of space. I love how much this comes up, which is what makes it great for holding bulkier items. And you have this really nice Halcyon liner. This is the Taiga color, I believe, but it's offered in a few different options. Very durable. On the inside, you also have a few O-rings along the back of the bag for, again, attaching with some of the pouches that Tom Bihn sells, or just any other accessories that you might want to clip on with something like a carabiner. And then because of the layout of this bag, of course, I'm going to want to test this out to see if it would work for minimal travel. So I can toss in my double-sided packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, maybe my dop kit, and everything fits in there very comfortably, and I could definitely see myself using this for a longer weekend trip very easily. And then on the back of the compartment, I was really excited to see that they included a laptop sleeve. And unfortunately, this isn't suspended off the bottom of the ground, but I really like the implementation here, especially compared to the Cynic 22 and Cynic 30. This laptop sleeve feels much thicker and more padded than the one that's on those bags, so it feels like my device is going to be a little bit more protected. The material used here is the same material that's used on Tom Bihn's laptop and other device caches that they sell separately, and so it just offers a nice amount of thicker padding, and this is able to hold up to a 15 or 16 inch MacBook Pro. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook, but you can see there's plenty of leftover space at the top. And so pulling my device out, Now with the sleeve empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and I like that this comes up a decent amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And I like that on the inside it has this softer lining to help prevent against scratching. It would have been nice to have seen that on the back of the compartment, or maybe some additional padding. And again, I really would have liked to have seen the sleeve raised up a little bit off the bottom of the ground, but regardless, it feels like my device is going to be pretty well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. And then the last thing I want to call out in this main area is you have one zippered pocket here on the flap near the top, which is going to be great for preventing smaller items from getting lost down in this larger area, and just to provide some quick access during your day. So opening this up, I like that this offers a little bit more space. You're going to be able to hold some bulkier items. Currently what I have here is my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. Then I also tossed in this little pouch from Side by Side, which is great for holding a few masks and some hand sanitizer. And I like that this includes a little carabiner that pairs nicely with the O-ring that Tom Bihn has included in this pocket. So again, just providing a lot of options for modular organization. On the inside of this pocket, you don't have any other sort of internal organization, but it still works nicely with the amount of space that it has. And I just love the simpler layout of this main area. It provides plenty of space. And in general, I've just been really impressed with how Tom Bihn is able to keep these bags so minimal, but still useful. So if you're looking for something durable that's gonna offer a lot of space, then this is gonna be a good option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Paragon backpack over the past couple of weeks. The bag has a solid build quality. I really like its simple organizational layout, and it also offers an impressive amount of space. And so you can currently purchase this on Tom Bihn's site for about $160, which on the one hand feels a little bit expensive considering the simpler layout and feature set of the bag, but on the other hand, this is one of the more affordable bags that Tom Bihn offers, and it also includes a pretty good laptop sleeve, which isn't the case with some of their bags that come in at over $200. Add in the fact that this is assembled in smaller batches in the USA, then it may make it worth the additional cost. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Tom Bihn Cynic 22, which is another similarly sized bag that adds in a whole lot more organization. We featured that bag on the channel in the past, and that was a very versatile everyday bag that could also be used for minimal travel. It has a clamshell style opening, and I just really love the pocket layout on the Cynic line of bags. Everything just has so much volume. It's very easy to find and lay out all the items that you might want to carry with you. That one is going to come in at a little bit of a higher price range, but if you like the quality and style that Tom Bihn offers, then that's going to be a great option to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the recycled Firefighter 24-hour backpack, which is still one of my favorite minimal everyday carry bags. I love the simpler layout that has. It has a clamshell style opening, so it's very easy to organize and pack all of your stuff. It has a great build quality. That bag is also made in the USA, and it comes in at a pretty similar price range. So if you're looking for something that's gonna offer a nice amount of comfort, a solid build quality, and you prefer a clamshell style opening, then that's gonna be one of the best options to keep in mind. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Bellroy Classic Backpack, which to me has a pretty similar layout to this, but it's gonna have more of a modern and professional aesthetic. That bag also has some extra organizational options, and it comes with one of the most comfortable harness systems that we've tested out. The price range on it is also gonna be pretty similar, so again, if you're looking for a versatile everyday bag that you're gonna be able to take into a more professional setting, then that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. With that being said, the Tom Bihn Paragon backpack holds up pretty well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a simple and spacious everyday bag that's going to offer a great build quality and is assembled in the USA, then this is going to be a great option to keep in mind. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Paragon backpack and how it compares to some of the other great Tom Bihn bags that we featured on the channel. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.